Power matters, speed matters, skill matters, but once you get tired, none of it matters anymore. Because fatigue doesn't just slow your body. It shuts everything down. Your hands drop, your reactions slow down, your movement gets sloppy, and your brain starts making desperate decisions. That's why beginners gas out so fast. Not because they're weak, because they waste energy on things they don't even notice. Most people fight completely tense. Tight shoulders, tight jaw, tight hands. Every muscle clenched every second for no reason at all. And that tension drains energy constantly, even when nothing is happening. Here's what experienced fighters understand that most beginners don't. Fighting is energy management. And if you manage it badly, you will fall apart long before the fight is over. There are 3 reasons people gas out. And the first one has nothing to do with fitness. It's emotional tension. Fear burns energy. Adrenaline burns energy. Panic burns energy. And beginners usually stay locked up the entire time. Shoulders tight, breathing shallow. Muscles that never fully release. The body is working even when you're standing still. That drains stamina faster than any combination ever could. Real fighters stay loose. Not because they're fearless. Because relaxed muscles waste less energy. That's one of the biggest differences between a beginner and someone who's been doing this for years. The second reason is throwing every single strike at full power. Not every punch needs to finish someone. Not every movement needs maximum effort. Good fighters understand pacing. Sometimes a jab is just measuring distance. Sometimes a feint is just pressure. Sometimes a strike exists only to create the opening for the next one. Everything does not need to be explosive. Beginners fight like they have 30 seconds left every second. Real fighters understand rhythm. They understand efficiency. And that efficiency is what keeps them dangerous in round 3, while everyone else is slowing down. The third reason is bad breathing. A lot of beginners hold their breath during exchanges, especially when they panic. This floods the body with tension even faster and destroys recovery almost instantly. Good fighters breathe through everything, while moving, while striking, even under pressure. And they understand something else. Those small moments between exchanges are not dead time. Circling, clinch breaks, distance resets. Those are recovery windows. Experienced fighters use them deliberately to calm their breathing and reset. Beginners waste them by staying emotionally overwhelmed. Now, how do you actually build the kind of endurance that holds up in a real fight? Most people think the answer is running until you collapse. It's not. Real fight endurance has 2 parts: cardio endurance and muscular endurance. Cardio endurance is your body's ability to keep delivering oxygen under stress. Muscular endurance is your muscles' ability to keep working without burning out. Both matter, and both need to be trained differently. For cardio, you need 2 things: steady pace work and interval training. Steady pace work is longer continuous movement. Running, jump rope, cycling. This builds your conditioning base. Then comes interval training. Short explosive bursts. High intensity. Then recovery. Because fights do not happen at one speed. They constantly change pace. Explosions, movement, recovery, and then explosions again. Your training needs to reflect that reality. And this is where most people completely fall apart. They train their cardio and completely ignore their composure. That's why someone can look incredible on a treadmill. Then completely panic the moment sparring pressure starts. Because fight endurance is not just physical. It's nervous system endurance. Can you stay functional while tired? Can you still think clearly while exhausted? Still breathe correctly while pressure is happening? That's real fight conditioning. And it's only built one way: controlled sparring. Not hard sparring every day. Controlled pressure, because your body needs experience functioning under stress before it can handle it efficiently. That's how real endurance is built. Not just by making your lungs stronger, but by teaching your mind and body to stay efficient inside chaos. Because in a fight, the person who manages energy better usually wins, not the strongest, not the fastest, the one who breaks down last.